All right, we're back. Everyone needs an Aquarius. We are back in the building. Man, last week was shout out to everybody, to all the new listeners that we've acquired. A lot of you all don't get my sense of humor. I get it. It's fine. I laugh at some of the weirdest stuff. I was called the worst thing for the black community is someone laughing about this dude making a diss track about his grandmother. I'm sorry. The idea of it is still funny, but if we talked about how bad it is, but the idea that he was that ridiculous to actually do it is funny. It reminded me like a Boondocks episode. That's what it felt like. We thought it was fake, maybe.
Honestly,
until we read that family member statement.
Honestly, life in general has been a Boondocks episode if you want to keep it a book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It literally has. And, you know, y'all just hate when black people like to laugh. You know, like we like to get our jokes off. Just think about it. Because during like slavery, we really couldn't laugh. We would have to like giggle like under our breaths and stuff. Let us live and let us have a good time. We were not encouraging the young man to be
you didn't listen to the full clip. You did the whole thing at the back, and it talked about the other video with the young woman that with her son and him being with the wrong people. And we read a statement from his family.
Like, listen, people always just want to be in an uproar and say we don't care about something. Like
it's all good.
Yeah,
it is what it is, man. Shout out to all y'all new people that came through. I appreciate y'all.
But hello, we receive and welcome y'all comments. We laugh at y'all half the time.
Yes. All right, man. Let's jump on in. First of all, before we get I'm trying to think how I want to structure this. You know, well, let me just play it, I guess.
Well, I was gonna say, wait, what you about to? Okay, before you get started, I just want to say to the people commenting about what we were saying about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. A lot of y'all don't like the concept of women being involved in sports, and it shows in the comments because a lot of y'all, the majority of y'all were really up in arms about the comments that we made regarding the WNBA, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. I was saying that we said that both of them have been kind of getting it, maybe to some people, maybe Caitlin is getting it a little more than Angel. But we even said that the commentators even said why a certain player was getting more visibility in the media regarding the other player. We didn't make it up. Someone else also acknowledged this. So a lot of y'all, I think a lot of y'all are very misogynistic. And like you said, maybe a lot of those people, they're not like avid listeners to our show, so they don't know what this is about over here.
No,
this is a very pro-black woman and pro-black man podcast, right? We crack our jokes and get it off, but yeah. So y'all are wild.
Y'all are wild, for the record. And it's like some of y'all are way too hard loving this Caitlin Clark thing as your great white hope. And then on the other side, some of y'all defending Angel Reese way too much on the other side. It's like crazy. Like it's almost like you can't beat us in the middle like, hey, this is happening here. This like the Angel Reese foul. Yes, it was a flagrant foul. It was flagrant. That some people are saying, oh man, it wasn't that bad of a foul. Oh no, she took that little girl head off with that. Now I'm not saying that she did it on purpose. No.
Yeah,
but it was a rough foul. It was a super rough foul.
Yeah, I was like, it didn't look intentional.
No, that's why it was a flagrant 1 and not a flagrant 2.
Yeah.
But it was a hard foul.
Yeah. So I mean, here we are.
And then other people was like, she had the intentions in her eyes when she get. I was like, nah, man, y'all taking it too far with this Caitlin Clark love, man.
Y'all listen, like I said, y'all like to pick and choose.
Yeah, you ain't got to defend Angel Reese for everything she does either, y'all. At the same time, you ain't got to do that either.
That's it.
All right. So I want to, but even in mentioning that, man, Hey, I want to talk to all y'all dudes out here, man. Like for real. This is a public service announcement. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go in on myself for this one. Because I
Okay.
want to talk directly to the men here. Hey, y'all dudes, man. Y'all have a big issue with women when they have an opinion. Not cool. Like y'all, some people question me and get mad, but y'all go in on the women in general in these comments. If they have anything to say about something that you think that they may not understand or know about, or what their perspective of it is, quit that stuff, man. Y'all some suckers for real. Cause y'all really don't come at the men like that on the network, but y'all quick to come at the women. So you quit that stuff, man. That's some real sucker shit, man. Sorry, Dom. I had to put that out there. You on mute.
Well, you got to do what you got to do and say what you got to say and let it be known.
Yeah, because like y'all be in the comments like talking crazy, yo.
Do you know that speaking of talking crazy, you know Marlon Wayans lost 10,000 followers in regards to his Pride post?
What?
Yeah, so he did a photo shoot because you know his daughter, if I'm not mistaken,
she's trans man now.
Yeah.
And
so in support and in solidarity with her, he did like a Pride shoot, and it was just literally he had a Pride flag, like he had some silver pants and some Pride flag, and he lost 10,000 followers. And then he added Shantae to the chat because some girl said something crazy, and he was like, "I should have my niece fuck you with her strap on." And I was like, "Now Shantae sitting at home, like, why am I in it?" But she
why am I over this?
Yo, Shantae.
What did Shantae say?
Hey, pretty much you rang. She's like, "I gotta check with my wife first, but what's up?" Y'all just gotta let people be. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not mad at people for unfollowing him or whatever because he wants to support his child. Do what you know. We all have things that we don't care about and we don't like. I just find it strange that this person is showing his child love without boundaries, and we still can't get that through our minds. That everybody, like things regarding sex, sexuality, gender, and all that stuff is not linear. So, yeah, that's all. It's crazy as hell in these streets.
Yeah, I mean 10,000 followers for Marlon. I'm looking at his Instagram now. He got 6.8 million followers.
You can't tell no difference. But like somehow somebody, I don't know if this was something he said or whatever, but yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but like, okay, you unfollow, and that's fine. Like, hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But what a petty reason to unfollow.
Yeah, what a petty reason. Shout out to the Wayans family. Like that's so dope.
Dude.
Listen, I love Shantae and her wife Marsha so freaking much. Marsha and I did a movie together. So yeah.
Let's jump on in here with this. So this is Latto. Latto comes out saying that she got pressured into getting a Brazilian butt lift, also known as a BBL. So here we go.
I don't know. My body was salty. I gained a little weight, because I signed my deal when I was 21, when I had just turned 21, and I was just having money and like living a whole new life. Eating out, I know I'm a foodie, so now I have the funds to like feed this foodie in me and stuff. So I gained a little weight, and everybody on the internet was calling me bad body and stuff. So I feel like that played a role. I started being a little insecure about my body, I guess. And yeah, people were saying I'm built weird, but like looking back, I mean not weird, but it was like, oh, you built like yo white jeans. That was just saying some dumb shit. And I was just young and impressionable.
Man, all right, what you got on this, Don?
You know, that really sucks that she risked her life to do that because people were saying certain things, and it just makes me think about like the TLC "I'm Pretty" song and all these things that you could do to enhance or make you feel better about yourself externally. But I'm just more concerned about what's happening internally. I think we all have had those days where we don't necessarily feel our best. And I work in an industry where a lot of your revenue is generated around your appearance. And so, you know, we consistently tell people, hey, don't come to Hollywood, don't come to LA if you are insecure about what you're trying to do and your appearance and all those different things, because LA will eat you up and chew you, like spit you out. Like they might swallow you, like, you know, like they might swallow you and then regurgitate you. Like, let's say that they're gonna try. And then they was like, oh, this don't work for me. And then they go, like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, but you don't make it all the way down, because with regurgitation, it kind of like sit right here in the animal, like, you know, and they throw stuff so they can give it to their young. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do a whole graphic breakdown, but that's kind of like that. But, you know, and I always encourage women, like, if you want to do certain things to your body, make sure it's for you, not because you are hearing outside voices chime in on what you got going on, right? I remember at one point I wanted to get a nose job, and I wanted fillers and to get a nose job. One plastic surgeon, she was like, you can't, she's like, it would be childish and silly for you to get fillers, because I just wanted them mainly in like my smile lines, which I still might do a little bit. But she was like, because you are consistently smiling and laughing and doing all these different things, and you're very expressive in your face, it would not do anything for you. You would have to constantly be coming like consistently, because it would be like it never happened. And so I was like, oh, okay. And then at one point I wanted a nose job. And then the doctor that told me, he's this like celebrity doctor, he was like, girl, people pay to get your nose. So I was like, all right, cool. He was like, yeah, you don't, he's like, your nose, and it just was literally, it wasn't like a full on nose job. I was like, you could like kind of pinch it just a little bit, like right here. And he was like, leave your nose alone. Like, so there are people that are actively like, and it wasn't anything that I was like, oh, people are talking about my nose. It wasn't like that at all. I was like, I can get this kind of leveled out just a little bit. You know, that was it, just a little pinch, like. But then next thing you know, I was like, next thing you know, they've been on fuck something up, and then I'd be like, ah, damn, I should have left it with my original nose. So that's it. Like,
and then you sitting and being like Lil' Kim.
Yeah. And then honestly, the only time I even think about plastic surgery is every time my ass goes to Pilates. I'll be back. I took a break because I hurt my back, but I'll be back there Thursday, and I'll be like, man, I could just get the surgery. But because you'll be like, oh, Jesus. But that'd be the only time. Anytime I go to the gym, I'll be like, oh, God, I could just buy the body and just maintain it. But it's just a certain mindset. You just be like, okay, I just got to get over this. This workout's going to be 50 minutes. I ain't one of them gym rats that be in there for 2 hours, because for why? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I think it's one of those things that we all have like certain things, but we can't allow people to kind of like really be in our ear about that. I'm never gonna let you let people pressure you to spend thousands of dollars where you risk your life. And I love Latto, but that also makes me kind of sad. You know, like she didn't have people around her like, girl, you fine, like go get your ass in the gym. Go to the gym and work out.
Latto's an attractive young lady, man.
Yeah. So it's just like go to the gym, but at least hers wasn't overly done where it looks like chaotic. You can barely tell.
Because there's some out there.
Oh, I've seen them. I seen
them. I mean, and now it's because are we getting to the point now that people are going to like not do them anymore? Like not do them anymore, but like we're becoming played out.
I think I think there'll always be a market for it, just because we do love like strip culture. I think because that's all. I think that'll always.
But I was seeing a video. He's saying strip culture is fell off. Well, no, I said it was going to predict the
the recession because people ain't spending how they used to.
Oh,
But
okay. Gotcha.
yeah. So with that being said, I think they're always kind of, because think about it, like a lot of black men, if that's your target audience, as far as like would you like to date, a lot of men are ass men. It's kind of rare that I come across
Mm-hmm.
somebody that's like, oh, I like titties, or and if they like titties, they like them both. And so me being tall and slender, I'm not bottom heavy. It ain't flat. It's like a little tangerine, like a cutie, but it's not a Georgia peach. And so I just was like, I got a really nice back. I like the way that I look. I just want to get my abs together, do some squats, and keep it moving. We good.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
fine with it.
You just gotta, even with you having a daughter, it's just like positive reinforcements that you have to have with your kid about different pressures that happen in society, and having those conversations with her kind of now. That's around the age, a little younger, that my mom started talking to me about what exists outside of our front door. So yeah, shout out to mom.
Yeah, do you think that Latto? I mean, will we be at a point at some point as well where people are going to be like, "Yo, I regret doing that. I should have not been doing that to my body." What I'm talking about,
I
like
feel
from
like that's essentially what to me, I think that's what she was insinuating, that she wished she would have waited, because she was still think about at 21 years old. She said she signed her deal. She just had money, and she was getting access to things that she never had access to. Like maybe she could eat at Ocean Prime multiple times a week or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
You eat $100 lobster, but like it's your body is to a certain degree, like you still developing. Like I didn't get titties for real until I was in my 20s, and they're not bought. Like I was on the pill, and it was like titties, and I was like, okay, hello, welcome. You're better late than never. But sometimes our bodies are going through so many changes. Your body changes every 5 to 7 years anyway. So yeah, like she just had to let things feel out and feel in. And then when she started eating and stuff, that weight, you don't know where that weight is going.
That's a
So
good point. I mean, it's I just, it's like, man, Latto is like, you already was straight, but then it sucks that society was this pressure that on it. Well, but then I want to give a shout out. I think it's I forgot which brother it is. Ice, I think, from the Joe Budden podcast. In that one clip you sent me, where he's like, really, brothers don't be caring about BBLs and those different things like y'all do. Maybe y'all
no,
think
they
y'all
don't.
we do.
They don't. Like if a guy, I'm just trying to think of, if a guy came to me and said, "Oh, your ass needs to be bigger," I would be like, "Okay, you gonna pay for it?" That's the first thing. And then if he say yeah, then I'm taking that money and putting it in like a Roth IRA and like ghosting him. You're like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't care. Like I had a homegirl, I don't know where she is, back in the day, and she was dating a guy. She was a little insecure, I could tell, based on like a lot of her things, like actions in regards to like relationships and stuff, revolved around like what a man would say or what a man would do. And I remember one time this guy, I guess, and she had these big, pretty puppy dog, like brown eyes, light brown eyes, right? The guy's like, well, I like girls. I guess he told her he liked women with like green eyes. So she was like going to buy contacts on Melrose. I was like, if you don't fucking take your ass to first of fucking all lens crafters, just go.
Is she still with this brother?
I don't even know where she is. And no, that was not lasting long. And so, but like I said, I haven't spoken to her in years. I don't know where she is. But just wild. And I'm like, I was like, you have the prettiest eyes. You really do. How are we getting here? Like, why are you doing this? So it is like, thank God I have self-esteem. And like I said, like the things that I wanted to change about me was things that get on my nerves. Like, me and y'all could care less. Hey man, with my smile lines, hey, I'll be having to use like a silicone-based primer to fill the lines in because like my makeup will fall in it. It's for aesthetic purposes only. But now I'm like, whatever. Like people talking about my grades, I was like, oh bless you. I don't care. Like
Yeah,
I
thank you.
had a head full of gray hair when like I don't like purposely a head full of gray hair, dyeing it. I don't care about stuff like that. Like, oh my God, my grades not. I don't care about stuff like that.
Yeah, it's that's one of those things, man, where you just gotta kind of
It sucks.
let it be.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's sad.
All right, next up, your boy Chris Brown has he's not Mr. Steal Your Girl, but he got this sister broken up with by her boyfriend by these $1,000 meet and greet pictures. Defend your man.
I didn't pay $1,000 when I met Chris Brown. I ran into Chris Brown at my old job. We used to see each other all the time because I used to be really good buddies with his protege, one of his proteges or whatever. And so I would see him and stuff, but he's always really nice, always kind, really nice energy. I know people could probably find that surprising, but yes. Anyway, I didn't pay $1,000, but I don't think this is the first time this has happened. I think there was another time, like his last tour, where somebody
there was a lap dance on that one, right?
Maybe, but Chris Brown has gotten somebody else dumped before. And all I know is that like that picture was so innocent. Like there were other ones where he's picking people up, he bending them over, he's like doing all these different things that the fans are requesting, which I think is really kind of like dope. And I think that's why, like the Chris Brown, like the what is it, Team Breezy? Like why we would be standing, because he's just cool. Like it just seems like a lot of fun, right? I just like there was no chance. Like Chris Brown definitely has a type, and that girl, the pretty cute girl, she is not his type. Like outside of Rihanna, Chris Brown has a type, and every girl like he dates is some almost he like Asian girls,
but a little bit of black in them.
Those girls don't have no black in them. Now I think that first baby mama, she look like she might be mixed black and white or black and Latina, but the other two baby mamas, they are definitely Asian, because the other girl, they figured out it's a whole page on. Okay, y'all don't call me crazy. So sometimes in the Instagram universe, just like TikTok, something will come across your feed and then you start to do a deep dive. Well, there's a page that have been doing a deep dive of the second baby mama. And it's like, I'm not going to say intentions. Actually, I'm going to be fair. She set her intentions and she got Chris Brown, because like they go down this whole rabbit hole about how she is, was trying to say that she was like Blasian, but she really not. She like Asian and like all these other things. Like, cause she's from a different country. She's not even from like America. And so like she like Dutch and like something else. Like it's like interesting. And so people was talking about how, I have to find the page, but they go down this whole thing about like the second baby mama. It's so random, but yeah. And I don't think the third girl is either. So I don't know. But the girl isn't the type of Chris Brown And I know.
But I understand why. How are you breaking up with your girl over that?
Like, did you give her $1,000 and then you thought it was going to her rent and then it went to the concert ticket? Like, that's all I could think of that would make sense.
That's what it is. She made it look like it was just because of that. It's because he gave her $1,000. He thought it was going on a rent or something.
Yeah, just like the man thought he was giving me money to get a BBL.
You know what? That's it. He thought it was going. He paid for this meet and greet and thought it was going to something else. And she got caught up with it when it got put online. When they start putting up the shots online, he's like, "Oh, so where'd you get the grand from, Tracy?"
I was wondering. Okay, I'm not paying to do that with Chris Brown, right? But if I did, I was wondering, like, what would I make my pose? Like, what would I do?
I'm trying to think how if I would spend $1,000 meet anybody.
Like, I kind of would do one of those corny serious shoots where I was like, okay, Chris, you got to put these glasses on. You got to lay down and I got to lay on your back and we both going to smile.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Do something corny like that and fun.
Hey, but you know what? I got to say, you got to give Chris Brown credit. He goes there with whatever they want to do. I'm just saying, if I'm going to spend $1,000, he at least is giving people what they pay for. So it's like,
right,
like the one with the one dude where they was doing what was it?
Yeah.
I was like, even though you spend $1,000, bro, that shit's kind of funny.
It's funny, and that's the thing. It's like, I think that a lot of people were giving that guy flack, and I was just like, y'all don't like seeing niggas happy. Just like let y'all do something fun. Like, why can't y'all be happy? Why can't y'all experience joy? Like, why everything gotta be deep, dark, depressive, and sad? Like, if that brought that kid joy, like, just let him be happy. I think that's dope. And that he felt confident and strong enough to just do it because you knew you're probably the only guy that's gonna pay the $1,000, and you knew that this was gonna go viral. You knew that, and so you had to be prepared with that backlash that was coming from that. That's all I'm saying. I think it's
but
dope.
The boyfriend is mad because he gave $1,000 for something.
He likely was like,
you got it right there.
Can you pay for my books? College books be expensive.
I think people, you know what? We need to cut this brother some slack because that's what happened. I think
that ain't what happened. And watch LP. She used her hard-earned money. They probably may or may not live together, and he probably like, we could have went to Hawaii. Hawaii, going to Hawaii with $1,000, they don't get you as far as you think it would in Hawaii. It's very expensive. Maybe Jamaica.
Let's go to Vegas. Let's go to Vegas. Let's go.
Listen, if you're going to Vegas with $1,000, your ass need to be overseas. Listen, I ain't trying to be funny because Vegas gets very. How are y'all charging women to get into the club, and why are drinks $35?
Yo, that is. I'm never going out to a club in Vegas.
Like,
never again.
I've been to a strip club in Vegas that I vaguely remember. One year we went for Summer League, with like some friends, and then but we ended up being with like some player or whatever. So that was cool. But then like the other time I met up with some friends for a birthday party. They had a table. But even at the pool, I was like, I'm about to learn how to drink beer today. I forced myself to drink a beer because I was like, $35.
Damn.
Y'all want $35 for a basic ass Jack and Coke? I drank a beer and I put hella lime in there. No.
Wow.
Certain things I just don't believe in, especially as a woman. Yeah, no. Especially, it was like one time, like my homeboys was like this. It was a situation, but he was like, "Oh, come on, like let's stay in Vegas a night. You can stay with us or whatever, and we going to Dre's tonight to see Future." I said, "I just saw Future last night for free in LA. He was at the club, like performed out of nowhere. No thanks." And I know I wasn't gonna have to pay, but I just wasn't interested. Like Vegas is not that place for me. But back to Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just gotta let people have fun. Like times are hard. Shit is getting chaotic. The rent is too high. Food. Why did it cost me $1.19 to get an onion? One onion.
What?
$1.19. One onion. $1.19. Yeah.
For real?
At the Ralph's, yes. I was like, I wanted to be that girl and say, fuck this, I'm going to Aldi, but I ain't feel like driving to Burbank. Because I could have got a bag of onions at Aldi's for like $1.50.
Damn.
So that's all. That's all.
As we keep it rolling. Yo, shout out to Terrell Lewis for running out on his situation.
See, pussy too high. I'm sorry.
Terrell Lewis on Mia Mercy, an adult entertainer star that most of those adult entertainers moonlight as women of the night and escorts on the side. Usually they use the adult entertainment popularity to advertise for their other services. Basically, that's just a calling card for you to want to book them for their other services. So supposedly,
I look at it like that. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true. Like hold on, somebody I know is what used to be one. I'm gonna put it in the private chat, and you can Google it yourself.
Duh, how you be knowing everybody?
This one's not on me. This one is on this person here.
I already know what name you about to type. Oh, shocking.
That one surprised you, right?
That one, okay.
But this was before. That was before she became what she became. But rap with her, super cool. And then she was like, no, that's a calling card for us when we have like when we want to do other services, like, oh dang, I want her. So then they book, it's more likely to be booked and flown out for those engagements. So with Terrell Lewis, Mia Mercy, breaking it down a little bit more, she says that this is not the first time she's dealt with him. So usually, I'm assuming most of the time when these are happening, you get pre-booked. Like, okay. So you have to pay up front. But I think she had been dealing with him so long that it would, if I've been you're dealing with you, I don't need my money up front. We've been good. We've been doing our thing for X amount of time. I'm assuming.
Does our friend personally know her?
Yeah. Hold on. There you go.
That one probably was for free though. She might.
Yeah. This is way before.
I knew he lived a double life. I knew it.
No. I
knew it.
No. It was so crazy. This is something that I know they're gonna laugh about. We were in a free time meeting, and I was like, "Hey, man, isn't this shorty that used to come to our parties?" And because I had seen it online, and it was her first scene. So I looked. I turned the computer around. He's like, "Oh my god!" He went just like this. He was like, "No." I was like, "You got a bucket list thing now, dog. You can say that."
You know.
You
to be honest, I'm a little shocked.
Why?
But it's just still funny.
Yes. I mean,
so she's from the crib.
Yeah, she's from the crib.
Okay, cool. I'm a little shocked,
but
it's like,
yeah. So he runs out. So if y'all haven't seen this, we would normally show you the video, but the young lady in the video is naked, running after him with a chick. So he literally, and what's crazy is, so was it 2 women he was dealing with for this thing? I'm thinking because somebody had a phone sitting there recording this.
No, so I thought what happened in the hallway, I thought that was security footage.
No, it was another girl or whatever in the hallway. I mean, and behind her, because she was totally naked, and she was turned around, and he took the opportunity, like turn around, like on like a desk or something, like doing something, and he booked it, ran out the room. So it's that's a girl holding the phone.
I thought that was security following her. The angle I saw, it looked like security footage. Let me go to
Hold on, I'm gonna give you the link. Hold on, so you can see. I'm not gonna play it live because you know.
I'm.
Because they got it on.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna show. Okay, so look, this is the angle. This is just not the video, guys. But
but that's somebody holding the camera.
Okay, I didn't realize.
It's another girl.
Yeah, no. I can see. I thought my mind was remembering it being up higher.
No, it's from her perspective. And so I'm assuming he paid for both women to beat her, because I'm like, because why is another person in the room there? And I mean, maybe I think he paid for both women, maybe.
So she got a different name now.
No, her name is Mia Mercy. That's her performing name.
Oh, we was talking about something else. Okay, I'm confusing my two.
Oh yeah, those two different people.
Yeah, two different people.
Mia Mercy is the one and I don't know who the other young lady was, but somebody else was holding. But she caught his ass, y'all. Like
I know. Like I mean, does she need to be in the NFL?
Man, I know one thing, they gonna be making fun of him at practice. Like, hey man. And my thing is pay your tab, man. You're an NFL player. You got
it's
pay your tab.
I did what
but you said earlier when we first started this segment, pussy is high right now, right? or pussy is high right now.
But it's like, come on, man. And like, but here's the thing is that if this was a restaurant, he would not have done that. And I think the messed up part about all of this is that there's still this stigma around sex work and sex workers or whatever. And like the girl said, she had been dealing with him for a while, and this ain't never been an issue. And now all of a sudden today you can't pay.
Yeah, like because you paid them for the discreet situation, right? That's what you paid them, is those young ladies.
And it says Terrell has been tricking off for some years now. Client provider history. This is the first and last time he's done something like this. I've never seen him act like this. He choked me and all just to get out of the room. So they was tussling in the room.
Oh, so maybe that's why homegirl picked up the phone then.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That escort who chased Terrell Lewis needs to be in someone's camp by July. She chased down a linebacker buck naked in a bonnet. That's impressive. That's what Ross Reed said.
It's super impressive.
I mean, I just
Man.
somebody said the way she chased him down the hall, butt ass naked, but of course it's proof we are in a recession. And somebody said, get the money first.
But him not paying. Yeah,
Like
but that's
she
the thing though.
said-
She already said he been took her off for years, right?
Yeah, and she already said like he was acting. Maybe he was on something. Because she said that he never acted like that. What is that? What would that be? That wouldn't be cocaine. Maybe meth? No. Meth would make
But
you
also,
more
I mean, it could be CTE.
Yeah, it could be.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I be forgetting about that sometimes, yeah. Like that's just messed up.
Hold on. Here you go. Here's the actual full video. Okay, here's the full video for you, Dom, so you can see this one. I want you to see it real quick before we go to the next section. I want you to see what I'm like, how I visualized it. Hold on, we're gonna pause this, y'all, for Dom can watch. All right, Dom has seen it, y'all. Now go ahead, Dom. Now,
oh damn! Like he ran out the room. Oh, he up. Okay, so I only saw it from the hallway.
Yeah, now you see the full thing of how much she was up.
Damn. Her body's sick.
Pay your tab, man. Pay your tab, yo. Pay your tab. Pay your tab.
Meanwhile,
right,
I'm out
next
here clearly Canadians for like $3 a bottle.
All right, we've been doing a lot of good deep dive stories on like history of past that people have been loving. We had the we did a couple of them on different topics, but this one is pretty good. I like this one, and I'm interested to see what everyone thinks.
Did everything in our power for some years. That movie was late. Y'all saw that movie, the Temptation movie, really late.
Hold on,
because we had him in litigation for years trying to stop it. Because it made our father look like an idiot. That movie, man. That movie that movie has actually made my career harder.
In what sense?
I am assumed to be a problem. Right out to get, David Ruff, no. Don't know nothing about me. Don't know nothing about me. Fuck you mean?
Right.
Like, I've gotten it. I hear it often. Oh, it's either, are you like your father? I'm like, in what way?
A genius.
In what way? Like, for real. Do you sing like your father? Who does?
Right.
I mean, like, stop asking me that.
I'm David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations.
All right. What you think about this? This is an interesting topic. This is very interesting to me.
Part of me wants to call Cap.
Oh.
Part of me wants to call Cap.
Go ahead.
Because like I'm interested in knowing what field or what industry does he work in. You know what I mean?
Oh, I found his page. Hold on, keep going.
Okay. So it's also, for me, it's like it's a conversation starter. But then it's like a lot of us, like how many.
Okay, so Dom, he is the director of celebrity relations and head of A&R for soul and R&B at Midtown Radio. I don't know what that is.
Neither. Okay.
Looks like it's in New York.
Okay. So how many people have the name David Ruffin and you just happen to be a junior?
Oh, nobody.
Like, you know how many? Like if it came up in conversation, somebody asked you, you could have easily said, if somebody's mentioned it, like, oh, not that David Ruffin. Like there were so many different ways around this, and you're saying that it made your dad look like an idiot. If this is how your father was acting, that's just how your daddy was acting. That's not, a reflection of y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your daddy was out here wilding. Nigga, he was out here wilding. And I know because, like, our parents be talking about, like, my little sister's dad loves, like, The Temptation. Like, the nigga was wilding. And so that's just what it is. Like, he was a character. Like, he might not have been like that at home with y'all, which is cool. But part of me wants to be like, okay. It didn't, like, nobody is sitting around talking about, oh my God, David Ruffin, like, even all these years removed and how many times we've seen that movie, afterward, we're not sitting around having a panel talking about David Ruffin's behavior.
Oh my God, Dom, stop the presses. Guess who sings? Guess what rap classic song he's singing the hook on? West Coast song, classic. Top 5 West Coast song ever.
David Ruffin or the son?
David Ruffin Jr. is singing on the hook for a top 5 West Coast classic.
Okay, it's not Regulators because that's Nate Dogg.
It's top 5. That's in the top 5, but that's not it.
Okay, I'm thinking of something with Too Short.
Nope. You was cool. You was in the right camp with Warren G. You got to stay over in that G funk.
Okay. So that
Long Beach Crew.
Okay, that's what I was like. Okay, so something with Snoop Dogg.
Yep, there you go. Snoop Dogg. What song?
No.
The next single, which is bigger.
Oh, fuck. Why do you do this to me? I'm right there. Okay. Not the first single.
The second single, the most popular song. It's probably the most popular Snoop song ever.
Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank.
It is the most popular Snoop song. I would almost.
No, and then they're gonna get me in the comments for this. Like I'm not ready to be attacked. Oh my God. I don't want to Google it. I really want to figure it out. Okay.
Okay. Let me give you another. In the video,
they are in a house. They're walking.
No. That's
That's Dr. Dre.
Right. But in this, they do go to a house at the end of the video.
Okay. Is it slow, mid-tempo?
Mid-tempo.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
In the middle part, they're at the drive-in.
Fuck. Okay, you got to give it to me.
Gin and juice.
I knew. Okay. I was about to say it.
Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping. That's David Ruffin Jr. singing that.
I knew it. I was gonna get there, and it was like right there. But then I was like, no, that's Dr. Dre.
Nope, that's David Ruffin Jr.
Well, yeah, I did. Actually, I did. Oddly, I do remember knowing that random obscure fact. Okay, I do remember that.
He's not in the video, but he's in.
Right. I remember the video. Yeah, part of me, because like it's it like regardless of what, like unless you're like the guy at Bowen is not asking you that.
But he's in entertainment. I mean,
so
obviously
that's what I'm saying. Okay, so it's either you use that name to leverage the interview to get in those doors, right? So it's kind of to be expected, but it's also like I would have been like my dad, like no, like that was a different time. And like, when did David Ruffin die? Like, wasn't that like, wouldn't he be like a kid when David Ruffin died?
No, David Ruffin died in 91.
Oh shit. Oh, that was
Yeah.
the other dude. I was thinking
You
about.
thinking of Paul? You thinking of
Yep.
Paul?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Paul.
But I mean, he died on their tour though. He
What
was
was
at
it
a crack
called?
house.
Well,
OD.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, I do remember him ODing. Okay.
Yeah. He died from an accidental overdose of crack cocaine.
Couldn't put the pipe down.
Yeah.
That's that.
But I'm trying to figure out how his family would try to block that portrayal, because it was, from far as I've heard, all that shit was true about David Ruffin. Like,
That's what okay. I didn't mean to yell.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like why? Like, this is the reality of the situation. This is just who he was, and that's okay.
And
We're not
allegedly,
faulting you.
Tammy Terrell died because of him. Allegedly,
Yeah.
like they supposedly beat on her a lot, and then she got that brain aneurysm from.
Yep. Because which really fucked up Marvin Gaye.
Oh yeah, and it sent Marvin Gaye down a whole nother path of his
that
life.
really fucked with Marvin Gaye, because that was like his best friend. That was his work wife.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I was gonna say, are you telling us that they're asking you if you a crackhead? Like, that's not even me being funny.
Okay.
Like, I'm not being funny. Like, are they asking? So that's what I'm saying. Like, what are they trying to insinuate? And just like you said, y'all trying to block something, but your daddy was acting a fool. It was embarrassing to you. But yeah, we all okay. And the two can coexist. Your daddy could have been a dick to other people and been this loving person to you.
Yeah, we talk about that with Diddy.
Yeah. That's really just what it could have been. And so you're trying to save face like, oh, my dad wasn't like that. Motherfucker, he was. Sorry. Maybe not to you. It's just what it is.
Hey man, David Ruffin was a wild boy. So when he was with Tammy Terrell, I forgot about this. He had a wife and 3 children and another girlfriend when he was with Tammy Terrell, and was abusive to her, supposedly.
And talk about that in the movie. It was
but they did show that in the movie. Yeah, they showed it in the movie, didn't they?
I don't remember. It was so long.
Yeah.
What we do remember is nobody is coming to see you, Otis, which is not true. Patti LaBelle was coming to see Otis.
Really?
Yeah, they were engaged.
Whoa.
Patti LaBelle and Otis were engaged, and he wanted her to stop singing and move to Detroit. And that's what
broke them up.
That's what broke them up. She was like, baby, I'ma sing.
Oh, wow. Hey, Otis still alive too. He the only living Temptation.
Yeah, I was like, he's still touring if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. He's still doing his thing.
Yeah. It's keeping him young. I think he still got a half. No, does he still have a head full of hair? I think he still got a head full of hair almost.
I believe so.
Yeah.
No, he's bald. I'm looking at a picture now. No, he's bald now.
Okay. That was an old picture I saw then.
Yeah, he's 82. Still doing his thing on tour, still sliding.
Hey, that's what we like to hear.
Yeah. But man, David Ruffin was a wild boy though. Like, there is a story about David Ruffin. He went to remember the Rat Pack?
Yep.
Dean Martin. He went to Dean Martin's show in Vegas with his daughter, sat in the front row and was like tonguing her down and being inappropriate at his show right in front of him. Right?
With his daughter? With Dean Martin?
His daughter in the front row. This is David Ruffin. You know them mobster cats showed up on him, was like, you never saw David Ruffin ever with Dean Martin's daughter ever again after that. Ever. But the
Could you
idea
imagine?
was Martin was plugged in with the mafia for Sinatra.
Yeah, but I
And you
thought
gonna sit in the front row? And
mob
this is like in
ties.
the 70s. What? And you tugging her down at the show, grabbing up under her breast, doing all kind of stuff. But he's acting wild.
But also, like, the daughter knew what she was doing.
Right. No. Yeah. but David Ruffin didn't care. He was about that life.
Didn't care.
Hold on. I'm finna.
That's
Dean
wild.
Martin's daughter's name. Barbara Gail Martin was her name.
Yeah, she's still alive.
Let's see. So, let's see. In June 1968, the Temptations agreed that Ruffin had finally crossed the line when he missed the June 22nd Cleveland, Ohio date, with Temptations order a tentative performance by his new girlfriend, Barbara Gail Martin. It doesn't show like what her death is or not, like where, like if she's alive or not. But I know that relationship was short-lived when after he got the wilding out. She's still alive, 79. I just Googled it.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's all the time.
Yeah, D. Martin's daughter's still alive. She's still rolling around. Don't look like she had any kids though. Oh no, no, yeah. Dang, D. Martin had 8 kids. Damn. Man, y'all talk about black dudes having all bunch of kids. We need to go ahead and.
You want to know what's funny? When you start typing in Barbara Gail Martin, David Ruffin comes up along with it right there.
Hey, that dude was wilding at Dean Martin's show, man. And maybe you know what? I take that back. You know what? He could have been on some. We know all this stuff is like wild about these people in hindsight because we know about their history and their lives with Dean Martin. But there's no way he didn't know Dean Martin and like Frank Sinatra and one plugged in with the mob, and that's why they was out in Vegas.
Did, but he didn't care. Because you got to think at some point. But think about because you have to think about his God complex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like not trying to that's not even being funny. Just and I know I'm talking about ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis, and just how he was just moving around, and even in this movie, the arrogance, this air that's godlike complex, like he was untouchable. And like you said, we didn't see him after that shit. Cause what is the equivalent like in the black version of what a mob would be? Like it wouldn't be a gang, it's like Snowfall.
I mean, it'd be like a chick messing with like Big Meech's daughter.
Yeah, so so what would we call that? Like would they be a mob or like? Yeah,
I would say BMF got pretty goddamn big.
Okay,
but
so
nobody's got. You know what? It would be something like. Well, you know what? A situation did happen. I don't know if you heard of the Black Mafia family, the Philly version. There's a Philly version.
Okay.
And they similar something happened in a club, but they killed the dude. It was dude named Palmer. If people that I know all them gang enthusiasts, they'll be like, oh, his name is Palmer or something. But it was another drug dealer dude. They caught him in Atlantic City with another cat from the cruise chick at the club. Killed him right outside the club in Atlantic City. He didn't make it back to Philly.
Damn.
And that Black Mafia family in Philly wasn't no joke. They got a lot of good documentaries on them if people want to peep them out. But man, you know what? It'd be the equivalent. I guess it would be the equivalent of when Death Row was popping, somebody, Suge Knight's daughter, all cozied up with Biggie. No, it wouldn't be Biggie. All cozied up with Vanilla Ice in the front row of a Tupac show, kissing all on her and stuff. No, you know what? Let me revise that analogy.
Don't do Vanilla Ice.
Even though Vanilla Ice got his royalty stole by Suge Knight, you know that, right?
No.
That's how part of the money came for Death Row. He took part of the publishing of Ice Ice Baby.
How did he do that?
You've seen Big Red before, right? And the Five Harpies, they did that to him in real life. They dangled him out of the window.
Oh.
You did not know about that with Vanilla Ice? They got like 50% of his publishing that way. And you got to remember, the fucked up part was Queen had took, I think, like 30-40% of the publishing already. Because, you know, the doom.
Oh, yeah, that was there.
He took Under Pressure. And
Yeah.
he was like, oh, I went to court. Theirs goes doom. Mine goes
ding. I remember that.
So they got
Doja, they sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
some of his publishing. Suge got like the other 50%. I don't think Ben Ice gets nothing off of Ice Ice Baby. Maybe he got some of it back now. I don't know. But Suge Knight got some of that publishing for a while, and some of that money came from that and the great gangster Harry-O from back in the day. People know about the just got out of jail that helped Snoop restart Death Row now. Oh yeah, Vanilla Ice got it.
Well, because it was somebody that claimed to have written parts of Ice Ice Baby.
Mm-hmm.
But he said that Suge Knight did not hang him out the window.
Oh no.
He said that on Sway in the morning. He Sway 45.
I don't know. That has been a long told story from other random different sources. Not even from Suge Knight talking about this. Suge Knight be like, "That's not what happened. None of that happened. He just got a deal that he couldn't refuse." That's Suge. That's Suge.
Yeah. And then they ended up. He went to court about it. He took him to court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably got it back now, but Suge got it something about that. He's like, we just had a little discrepancy. You know how Suge talk. We just had a little discrepancy with Ice, Vanilla Ice, and had to go over there and take care of it.
Yeah, I mean, and that might not have happened because you remember, like that one rapper that they said that Puffy hung out the window, and he was like, "That's not how that happened. Like, he did not hang me over out the window or over about."
That's what it was. Wale.
I thought no, it was somebody. Oh, it wasn't Wale.
It was Wale.
Shit. Okay.
Wale was like, "No, that didn't happen." You know, that was Wale that they claimed that.
No, this flower bar.
But man, shout out to you, David Ruffin Jr. So this one is something that you did not know about before this, and I want to get your opinion on this.
Oh God.
This here.
Federal court records are revealing how the FBI broke up a plot to stop a mass shooting. Back in October, the FBI says it began its investigation into Mark Prieto after a confidential informant who spoke with him more than a dozen times over 3 years at various gun shows said Prieto called for a mass shooting targeting blacks, Jews, and Muslims before the 2024 presidential election. During a January gun show in Phoenix, Prieto tried recruiting that informant and an undercover FBI agent. According to court records, Prieto wanted to carry the plan out in Georgia because, he says, when he was a kid, that was one of the most conservative states in the country. More specifically, Prieto wanted to carry out the attack at a rap concert because he said there would be, quote, a high concentration of African Americans. During a February meetup at a gun show, Prieto began offering details of the plan, including the number of guns to be used. During this meetup, Prieto sold that undercover agent a gun for $2,000 and said he would also like to use grenades during the attack because it can, quote, cause panic. At another gun show in March in Prescott Valley, Prieto provided more specific details. That attack would take place in Atlanta at State Farm Arena on May 14th or 15th. Performing that night was rapper Bad Bunny. During that gun show, Prieto sold an AR-15 rifle to that undercover agent for $1,000 and told them to, quote, bring as many magazines as the gun could carry. In the following weeks, agents continued to monitor Prieto's movements. During an April meetup, Prieto continued to fine-tune his plans, even discussing heading east to do reconnaissance, but emphasized the attack, quote, must happen prior to the election and as soon as possible. Authorities arrested Prieto back on May 14th as he crossed into New Mexico. Investigators say he had several guns in his truck, even more found at his home in Prescott while executing a search warrant.
Yo, that shit's scary, ain't it? To think about he was trying to do at a rap show in Atlanta. I've been thinking, like low key, I've been thinking that somebody racist was gonna try to do something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see his face because they have an image of him from the side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that's an Italian name. But I guess that would have been his hit on the brown people. Because, like, I just got
he was going to be the one in Arizona. Brown Bad Bunny was the one in Arizona.
No, Arizona was State Farm. That's in Atlanta.
Oh, but Bad Bunny, well, no black. I mean, I would see some.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
He don't know the difference. Think about it.
He just know it's a rapper.
Yeah, he didn't even know that. Like, that's a whole nother clientele.
Well, he said the brown, black people, and the Muslims. So that's also. So I guess that would have been his brown people attack. And see, people give us Aquariuses a lot of flack for being hypochondriacs. We always go to the worst case scenario. I was like, okay, well, worst case scenario, this is what could happen. And people are like, oh, what are the chances of that? And I'm like, we live in America, motherfucker. What do you mean? It's a very high chance that this will happen. Like, I don't do big crowds like that for real, just because you just never know. Like, look what happened in London at the O2, like that Ariana Grande concert. You know what I mean? So people are not well and are crazy and then are very pro Trump, pro guns, and people don't realize how guns are detrimental to our society in a way. Like, it's one thing if I got a gun at home in case somebody try to break into my house. But it'd be people out here that are trigger happy and just be doing shit. Like, that just happened out here a couple weeks ago where somebody got mad that they couldn't either, I don't know if the girl rejected him or something happened, and you just go out and you start just shooting into the crowd. And that's not the first time that's happened here.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, but the thing is that if it did have happened, nothing would have changed. It'd have been just like, nothing. Oh man, thoughts and prayers would have been the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It'd been thoughts and prayers. And the thing that's always interested me when you talk to people and they don't believe racism exists. I'm like, okay, they believe racism exists. Then who's the racist then? It's some phantom boogeyman or something that's just racist. No, the people standing right next to you, or maybe you. Those people are existing in this world.
And people get mad, just like our conversation last week. And people get mad when we bring up the race thing and say that's what it is. And people that can't relate to it because it's not in their aerial view, it's not in their peripheral, like it's every day when we wake up, like when we go to work, like when we go outside, when we get in our cars, like we can't even rest safely in our homes because of things like that.
But also, I was wondering, you know what? He might have already saw that the rap shows be wild already, like a regular rap show. Like, NBA young boy and be like, oh, he may not be able to make it through there, like to even get it set up. Cause think about if he showed up just randomly at a rap show, they might rob him. Like that's a quick lick. He might get robbed in the parking lot.
Because we probably would have picked up on that real fast.
Yeah, like what is this?
And went to security, like something seemed off with this person.
Yeah, why is this dude that looks like obviously he came from a Klan rally at the NBA YoungBoy show at the State Farm Arena?
Yeah. I think somebody would have felt like, because we be quick on our spidey sense, like hey. So
yeah, I'm looking at the side picture here they got on CNN.
Yeah.
No way he could have showed up.
Because he would have wore that, and everybody would have been like, okay.
Hey, but what if he can't dress like Malibu's Most Wanted? like I got to dress up like a hip hopper to blend in.
You know, it's just really weird and interesting when you really think about stuff like that. Like, you know, different avenues and areas of like when it comes to stuff like that, like, because it's always like not trying to be funny, it's always people that look like him. And so it's not alarming, it's not surprising anymore. It's just at this point it's like they want us to become desensitized to it, so we like act like that it's just the way of the land, like this is not normal, like this comes with Americans. Like I was watching this show on Peacock, and it's like some British shows, like reality show or whatever, kind of similar maybe to like a not Desperate Housewives, like Housewives or whatever. And like the amount of women, like the British women, because it's American women on there too, but they're like, I hate Americans. like I hate y'all. Like I hate Americans. I hate everything about Americans, just the way like y'all loud, y'all do too much, all these different things. And like a lot of the world looks at us like that, like the entitlement. They talk about like the guns and all those different things, and it's just like, it's bizarre, it's alarming, it's sad. And this is just like when we talk about dismantling racism, how can we do that when like the systems that are put in place allow it to thrive? Like how do we dismantle that? So
I mean, it's just so
ghetto. It's so wild. Like that's like, it's so like, oh, I want to go shoot up a place that will like, which again, Bad Bunny concert doesn't make sense. Like that's why they said that like that. The concert, Bad Bunny. And I was sitting here like, okay, I'm thinking, I mean, not Young Thug or somebody, but I could have saw if it was, you know, a Drake concert. And even still, like I told you, it wasn't as many Negroes up in that Drake concert like people would have thought.
But that guy doesn't know the difference though, Dom.
Yeah, he don't, because I'm like, it's just wild. It's just like, wild.
Okay,
it's
Bad
crazy.
Bunny.
That's what I was like, Bad Bunny. Like I'm like, what? All right. Nothing even surprises.
So let's get into the story. Go. Keep going.
I was just saying, nothing even surprises me anymore. Like I'm not even surprised. And what?
I don't know why I was. Okay,
yo,
there we go.
All right. No. I just want to say this, Daryl. Have I ever steered you wrong?
No. But it was. Forget it, man. Yeah, you right.
I saw it, but then you double clicked it because I did see it, and then it went back. I just want you to know that I've never steered you wrong, and I've never told you some information that was not factual, because I rest in that as an Aquarius. Thank you.
That's very true. Very true. Michael Rainey Jr. Power last week went on. What, you just on some random live stream, right? You go ahead. I mean, you
what? Okay, we need to be sending out the outreach to get all these guests on our show, okay? Because they be appearing in all these places. Kevin Hart at motherfucking slumber parties and shit. Like, what is it?
Kevin Hart was at a party at Casa Not.
Right. Like, anyway, so I don't know what this show was or who this person is, but Michael Rainey Jr. was the victim of a sexual assault that was captured live on the stream by the host's sister. And you see Michael Rainey become visibly upset, not upset, but like uncomfortable. And he kind of giggles a little bit because he's so like, I don't know what to do, or, clearly he's never experienced anything like this. He reacted how you would normally think somebody, will react in that situation. And it just really, it sucks. So there was like this dialogue surrounding what happened, or what should have happened, or what should happen now that this has taken place. And the guy who hosted this live stream, publicly apologized to him and said, I understand if you need to press charges against my sister because she was wrong. Like, she had no business doing that. She had no right to do that. And a lot of people are saying, well, it's not that serious, but it's also that dialogue. But if that was a woman, it would be that serious. So what makes it different? Because this person has a penis versus a vagina.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to hear what your thoughts are regarding this.
Hey, this has been this is so crazy. It's happened to me multiple times in my life, and maybe we desensitized to it as men of like, hey, it is what it is, and we don't maybe trip off of it as much. But it's definitely wrong. But I think the idea that she was so brazen with it on a camera, like trying that, like yo, you're wild. Yes, you need to be prosecuted because you're wild. You ain't even trying to do it on a sneak tip. Like, and maybe a man may, dismiss it and not trip off of it, and maybe we need to recontextualize what assault is on men. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we need to revisit what that means. Because I ain't going to front old play. Let's, like me, I probably have been like, hey, shorty, come on now, and just laughed it off, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. Maybe I need to check which way I look at it.
Yeah.
I just probably like, oh, unless she was like super aggressive with trying to debo me, like for like, yo, like shorty, like, back up. But we need to contextualize that, because if we're going to have this come to Jesus moment when it comes to assaults for men and women, for women and men, we got to kind of take a step back in all cases, because we can't just have it one way or another, even though I may not have tripped off of it as much. I'm just being honest with you. And that's maybe something, like I said, something I need to maybe have had to check. But I understand why he's upset and feels assaulted as well.
Yeah, because he was saying that he was still kind of processing what was happening, what happened, and what to do next regarding that. And I thought he
did the right thing by just kind of just brushing it off left.
Yeah, and then like I said, like I could even, you got to kind of give a props, like, hey, my sister was out of pocket. She had no business doing that. So you got to do what you got to do, because like that a lot has just transpired right now. And it's just like, for me, I was looking at her, and especially how she was doing it. I was like, okay, is she on something? Is she?
Oh, good point. Good point.
And that does not negate what happened. And I'm not taking anything away from Michael regarding this situation. And I was like, she does not seem like she's all the way there. Like, is she drunk? Is she high? Because just like how it was, this interaction was happening, like it was like she wasn't picking up on the cues. But like we said, like I think women are so used.
But I'm just trying to figure out like how she even had the gall to do it though, Dom. Like, was he already dealt with her?
Like,
or was she just on some like?
Right. Like, are you under the influence of something, or are you slow? Like, there's this guy that you like on the show and he's in the same room with you and you're just like, I'm mashing the gas. Like, I'm mashing the gas, I'm gonna go, and whatever happened. And I think sometimes women, we also have this thought process of men are always horny. They always want to, like, they'll fuck any and everything. And so if I shoot my shot or whatever, like, I might not necessarily be this person's type, but because I know they be fucking all the time, that'll happen. Like, he'll go with it. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. Like, they still got to get turned on, like, and all these things just like us, which is also goes back to, we don't talk about men being raped. They never, like, the number of men that tell is so low, and then, like, the process is completely different from women. Like, the questions that are asked is kind of, even more humiliating than what happens when women go to, like, report certain things. And then don't tell your homeboys, don't tell your friends. If you got those kind of friends that are wild, and if you got those kind of friends that are wild, I encourage you and implore you to get new friends and get friends that show up for you. But it becomes like this joke. Like, even when we talk about, like, think about men and the concept of virginity, or when they lost their virginity. I have so many homeboys that had sex with women that were, like, in their 20s, and I'm like,
Yep.
that's not. Like, you can't, but that's still assault. Right. Like, that's don't take them down that hole, because then it's every reason why it's not consult. Like, it's not assault. So yeah, it's wild. Like, and it's really sad, just the discourse around it, when it just should be, like we said, like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, your sister is fucked up. And there was a lot of people saying that, but it was like even more people saying, hey, take it on the chin. Like, it comes with the territory. It's part of the game. And no, it's not. I've never walked up to a man or even thought about it, even in my drunk.
It should be a part of the game.
Yeah, and even drunk. And it could have been some man I was lusting at the club. We might have been flirty, but everything that happened between us was consensual. Like, even drunk. I don't know. It's just really sad. So I'm interested to see if there will be anything
like repercussions
that'll come of it. Yeah.
All right. Our last story of the night. This was a pretty interesting story coming forward, but it's going to be something bigger. And I'm going to play this here. Hold on. Here we go.
With deep pride and soberness, I will pardon over 175,000 convictions related to the possession of cannabis and cannabis paraphernalia. Maryland legalized cannabis by referendum. In March, we conducted our first adult use cannabis licensing round, and all 174 licenses were awarded exclusively to social equity applicants. And to be clear, that's the first time that has happened in our nation's history. Yes. We know that legalization does not turn back the clock on decades of harm that was caused by this war on drugs. It doesn't erase the fact that Black Marylanders were 3 times more likely to be arrested for cannabis than white Marylanders before legalization. We cannot celebrate the benefits of legalization if we do not address the consequences of criminalization.
All right.
That's
so we don't stop it there. Man, so just to give some people even more context behind this. So there's 150,000 misdemeanor convictions going to be overturned. 18 of those convictions were intent to use paraphernalia. 25% of the people were in Baltimore alone. And this is going to take felonies off people. It's going to take all these different things that are holding people back. This is a big thing, man. Shout out to the governor of Maryland getting this happening, because, man, like if your state legalizes, they should automatically overturn the convictions. Like automatically, It should be gone. If you legalize it, unless you run in pounds, of stuff, and even those should be slaps on the wrist. So we got turbulence going over at Don's. Somebody up there beeping instead of calling.
Yeah, I was like, really? The nerve all day, no problems. But no, absolutely. That is what they should do, and that's what they should be doing in every state that has chosen to legalize marijuana. Like, hey, if you got somebody locked up about, like silly, frivolous thing, we know how many Black people are locked up. When it comes to that, anyway, let them out, and getting that wiped off, expunged from your record, and that's the bare minimum.
Which is so.
Which low key, I'm like, can I turn around and sue y'all? Because for false imprisonment because of this shit.
Yeah, no, I think you can't. You wouldn't be able to, because it was an illegal thing then.
No. Understandable, but I mean, I think it also gives people like the opportunity to start over, to start fresh. And what the messed up thing about that is, when you do things like that, like when you do legalize things, like you would hope that it gives the people the opportunity to be able to run business legally, to get a piece of the pie, because now y'all about to be taxing shit. Like they're like 20 taxes when you go to the dispensary out here. It's not just the California state tax. You got this tax, that tax. And where you really sometimes, because like the cost of certain things in businesses, like, and to get all these licenses and whatnot, we get priced out of that stuff. Like, because we can't necessarily afford. So it's like, okay, I would love for some of y'all, like, especially if it was somebody that might have had pounds or something. I was like, okay, brother, you had this. So what can we do to get you in the right places where you can legally make money off of this? But that's the part where, like, now I'm getting taxed on it.
You're getting really taxed on it too.
Really taxed on it. So it makes it hard for us to be able to thrive in those spaces unless you have like investors. So it's like, okay, if you're gonna do this, like, put us in contact with people that can really, like, invest in our business. Put us in contact with people that can help us like really build this shit, because it's a lot of money to be made still.
Oh, for sure it is.
And so, especially, and if you can get in that space where all your shit is like organic, because now they targeting people because pesticides, and then like all these companies that were saying, oh, we pesticides free or whatever, and they finding out that that's not true. Get up in there and get that. It's so many ways and so many things that you can do with cannabis alone. So I'm like, hey, like you can make so much money just on edibles alone, even if you're not like don't have flower. Like, there are brands that solely centered and focus on edibles and getting that measurement right. Because with edibles, what happens is with like if you turn it into butter or do these different things, it's not guaranteed to be even across the board. So it's like you can take a bite of one thing where you might not really feel, or you might get a slight high, and then you take a bite of another corner and you are fucked up. It's been days I'm like, yo, shit, I've been high for like 3 days, I swear.
Damn.
So it's like it's still trying to get that regulated and like the accuracy. So it's a lot of work that goes into it. But hey, what do I know?
I mean, I'm just glad that they overturning all this stuff and giving the opportunities to mostly, disenfranchised people for, to be able to open those cannabis dispensaries and those things in Maryland. So shout out to them, man. Like, that's beyond awesome of a situation. That's beyond awesome.
No, that's dope for real.
Yeah. All right, Dom, where can people hit you up at?
Y'all can find me at St. Angeles on Instagram. and on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm now a
We
little over
almost there.
900. Yes, now I'm just gonna need the watch hours, but I'm getting there. Like I'm getting there.
Yeah. As more
And
people come in, we'll get there.
yeah, that's all. That's all I got this week.
Man, thank y'all for listening, and we'll be back soon. Peace.